よろしくお願いします。
Alright guys, so the top vote for the next video would be the helpers. So right now this is a video for the future helpers. So something you have to know about the future helpers is most of them are good, but not all of them are too great. So I won't be going too in depth with the skills because I don't want to make a very long video because I might not be able to upload it with good quality. So I'll just be going through the gist of what I think of the new companions. All of these are helpers, by the way. So not unit specific, more on helpers. So alright, so the first one's actually Taylor. So a lot of you have probably heard of her. She has Gunther tiles, and she also freezes. Her damage is similar to Eden. She's a very painful DPS, and her companion is Vanessa. So they're very good, but you need specific decks for them. The next one is Ayana. She's also very good in World Boss and in Novice Arena because she's really tanky, and she fits into the Serendia meta right now because of her plus tiles. She also has 70% defense when she kills someone, so it makes her really tanky, and she has buff reset. Okay, the next one is a must-have unit. Stella is really good because she provides irremovable buffs like Michaela and Vinaka, but the thing is she provides it with crit rate, so that's a really important. So I'm gonna be going through that later because yeah, I'll just go through that later. So the next one is Cry. She's also very good. Like this banner, they're both top tier units. I'll explain later because I didn't expect the trailer to be that short. Okay. Alright. So which one's this one? Oh yeah, okay. This one's the banner for the old mercenaries that got updated. So Dalvi is another must-have unit. She's very good. I'd say that in this banner she's the best. Kaoli is okay, but I'll explain later why I don't like her too much. Alicia and Nia, they're not too great, but they're okay. Yeah, hold on. I'll just go through that again later. Sorry, because I did expect the trailers to be this short. Which one is this one? Alright, so this one's the last one. Catherine, and the other one is called... Who is that? The other one is called Isabella, and then the helper is Chloe, I think. Catherine's helper is named Michelle? Yeah, Michelle, I think. So Catherine is probably... She's very specific, very specific. Alright, so this one's Michelle. Michelle's pretty bad. Yeah, she's probably the worst out of all the helpers so far. I'll go through all of this later. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize the trailers were this short. Alright, hold on. Alright. I hope my voice is clear here. So before I start with the tier list, I just would like to say thank you to Mikut for helping me with finding the illustrations, and also to Balu or Lachen. You guys might know him. If you're watching this, thank you also for helping me understand some of the units, because I don't have an account in Curious, so I only have the gist of the strongest units. But I asked him for the units one by one because he's my guildmate, and he was able to help me quite well. So this video, I guess, wouldn't have been possible. I was gonna upload it already. I was just planning on doing the trailers and yeah, like a few clips of the helpers, but I decided to do more in-depth explanation, because Baloo was able to explain a lot of it to me. So yeah, okay. So I separated the 5 stars from the 4 stars, so it's a bit simpler for us. So you can see in tier 1, I put Dalvi and Stella. I'll just be very brief because I don't wanna upload a super duper long video. The quality is gonna be really bad. So Dalvi hits 3 tiles in the front. She can reach 100 defense in Fox mode, and she has charm counter. What does this mean? 100 defense, she's very hard to kill. Charm counter, units like Eden, Sito, Foxy will essentially get charmed and kill their own team. How about Stella? So Stella's more important than Dalvi. Dalvi, which is the unit at the leftmost, is the support's called, I mean the companion of Dalvi is called Vanilla, I think, Vina or something like that. But oh yeah, sorry, I was going off topic. So for Stella, she's really good because first of all, she has irremovable support. She has irremovable support like Michaela and Vinaka. But why is she so good? Why is she mandatory when Vinaka isn't? The thing is, she also gives 80% crit rate. Imagine that, 80% crit rate. So, just to give you an idea, Michaela plus Valze, if you watch my videos, you'd know a weak Valze with a Michaela that's maxed is enough to kill a Mamonir or a Cecilia when they crit. With just Michaela, who doesn't give too much crit rate, the thing is Valze won't reach 100% crit rate. But that's the thing. Now, imagine if you have Michaela and Stella, 2 irremovable buffs. Most DPSs will be able to penetrate Cecilia and Mamonir. Even Wilhelmina, Foxy, just name a strong DPS. Eden for sure. So what this means is that if you have Stella, basically Cecilia and Mamonir won't be a problem, and you'll see a lot of those. And even if they don't have those, it can always help to have irremovable buffs. What if you have a weak DPS like a Foxy against Levia or something like that? Irremovable buffs are really important, especially since the patches leading up to Stella, a lot of mercs had stat enhancement removal. So Celia, Edwin, Levia, Mamonir, and there are also some who give buff prohibition, stuff like that. So Celia is really good. The other thing is she's easy to chain because you don't have to chain her to another support. Her tile starts with herself like Themis. It's called a self buff. So she also buffs in a line like Walia, so everything that's behind her. So why is that really good? Imagine you can chain her with a Walia, or you don't want to chain her, you just want to put her and she can buff the lane without having to chain with anyone. That's really useful. But there is one downside though. Her buffs, although they last 100 plus turns, I think 110, I'm not sure, but that's not too important. The thing is, Stella, her buffs get removed when she dies. This is a big problem on defense. I'm seeing it as a big problem, but honestly, she's still very, very top tier. And on offense, you can just offset this by having something like Eindolin Cecilia, Eindolin Mamonir, or something like that. Or you can just pray that their DPS lane isn't in front of yours. Or one thing that's easier would be Walia. Walia to Stella. The thing is, you have to worry if the Walia's buff will last long enough. So you have to make sure Stella's the last support buffer, so that Walia has a long enough support. I mean taunt time. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Okay, So for tier 2, you see I put Taylor and her support, her companion, Vanessa. So what does tier 2 mean? Tier 2 doesn't mean that they're inferior to tier 1. It just means that they need specific decks. Something I'd put at tier 2 with the current meta in Asia would be something like a Barbara or a Mamonir. Those are two really good units. Mamonir is falling off a bit, but just pretend I was saying that Mamonir was good last month. Those two are very good units. But why are they tier 2? They don't exactly fit in every type of formation. Same thing with Stella. With Taylor. She doesn't fit all formations. She's very specific. Her use rate is very low. I think correct me if I'm wrong, but right now she's like 2% in Korea or something like that. But she's in the top 20. But her use rate's really low. But yeah, just because something's use rate is low, it doesn't mean they're bad. Okay, so for tier 3, they're bad. Okay, so first off is Catherine, the girl in the back. Why is she bad? Actually, she's not bad. The thing is, it's not that she's bad. It's just that everyone else is better, a better choice for a plus 15. Some of you might say, why is a top player in Korea using her? Like, rank 1 in Korea is currently using her. So, what you might argue that she's a good unit, but the thing is, she's really specific, like Taylor, and she's not a good first plus 15 unit. And I know a lot of you guys still don't have your first plus 15. Ignore that. Ignore that bitch. She's really bad. The top player in Korea has 5 plus 15, so you can just imagine why he has resources to spare for Catherine, whose job is basically to kill Lucius, but I don't think she can do that all the time. She's a multi-hitter mage essentially. So why not just use something like Nia, which I'll go through later. Why is Kaoli here? Kaoli has a high usage rate. She's a really good merc. She's really tanky. She counters Velfern. She doesn't die to Livia's target. Livia's plus 10 Livia if she's not the main target because of her high HP pool. If you guys don't know, 100% is equal to 50k HP maximum. So Kaoli can go over 50k. That's why she survives. Just a fact. Okay, so Kaoli is put in tier 3 because I made this list for how do you call this? For helper units, and I actually thought I would, if I didn't talk to Baloo, I would put Kaoli in tier 2 or like 2.5, something like that, because I see her use rate's really high. But Baloo explained to me that Kaoli doesn't actually need helpers. She's really good at plus 10 because they buffed her stats, and most of what you want from her are her insane HP pool. But personally I think Cecilia's still better. Like you can buff your team still. The thing is, Kaoli doesn't need Aindolin to taunt away from your DPS line. So because she has a taunt, her HP is around 27k without ruins at when she's maxed. So you can just imagine what you can do with her. But yeah, for in terms of helper investment, she's not the best for sure. You can just leave her at plus 10. Okay, so now we're gonna move to the, oh my goodness, I feel like this video is gonna be so long. Okay, now let's move to the 4 stars. So okay, you can see in tier 1 I put Cry. Ignore the black dude. That's just the main character. I just put him there because he looks really nice. Okay, I was mentioning a while ago that he was a top tier unit, and why is Cry and Shamei? Shamei is the girl. Why is Cry and Shamei so good? anything that Shamei hits, he steals the buff basically. So before he hits, so imagine if he hits a hell. Imagine if he hits a hell, he becomes a hell. That's what happens to him. In Korea, hell has usage rate below 20. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but the reason why her usage rate was so low is because of Shamei. There's also a lot of units that remove counter reflective skills. There's Orin, there's Alche. So there's a lot of units that can counter hell. That's why her usage rate dropped. Also because of Serendia silencing. I made a video before saying I didn't like Serendia. I still don't like her, but I'm gonna ask for help from Avasia maybe to help me, because I don't know how to use her. Like, for me she seemed really bad, but Baloo and Avasia told me that she's really good. And apparently her usage rate in Novice Arena in Korea is 96%. I should have added an image of her here. I just didn't, like, because she's a current helper. Yeah, so Serendia is really strong. Alright, so basically Shamei and Cry are strong because they steal buffs from hell. The thing is, if there's no hell, he's kind of a waste of a slot, because he relies on stealing buffs to get strong. But I think most of the time you're gonna be able to steal buff, and in Asian Global, hell are still common, so if you get him right away, you'll be good for a few weeks until people realize they should stop using hell. Okay, you see tier 2.5. Why did I put him in tier 2.5? It's because I felt like he didn't deserve tier 2. This is Ayan, by the way, the girl that's good for world boss. Her helper's a dude, which is I think the first helper that's a dude. His name's Avis or Aviston. I'm not sure because the translation's not good. But Ayan or Aviston, they're also really good because they fit with the meta. In the meta, when they will be released, will be with Serendia. The thing is, Ayan has a plus style like Anastasia. So what that means is that, coupled with Serendia's silence, they can hit a lot of units. You might even be able to get the supports if you're on the right place. And another thing is, Ayan has buff reset, which I don't think is too good of a skill. It's just a bonus. And he also has a skill like Seer. When she kills someone, she gets 70% defense, which is a lot. That's like a maxed Ruined Carlson or something. And she also does damage over time. So if you guys don't already know, damage over time is very good in Novice Arena. A lot of units don't have counter to damage over time, especially if you're able to silence their support. So that's why I think she's really good. Like, at first everyone thought she was just gonna be for world boss, but she does have her usages in Novice Arena. It's just not as good as Ayan. As Cry, I guess. Okay, so for tier 2, you can see Alicia and Nia. The helpers, I don't know the names. I think for Nia it's Rady or Rada, I'm not sure. And then for Alicia it's Niphfle or Niphfleheim, I'm not sure, something like that. Anyway, Nia is good because people have Stella and Mitch. By the way, Nia and Alicia, they're not used too much for Novice Arena. They're more on Arena itself. Nia is good because she basically does 5 hits now. So yeah, they gave her swords and she does 5 hits. So if you have good support, she can one-shot Lucius. And the other thing is, if you guys have Nia, you know that she deals bleed damage. What does this mean? Bleed damage. The short version of it is she can kill Celia. That's the short version of it. So she's a good roadblock destroyer. She can destroy Lucius and she can destroy Celia. So that in itself gives her value already. And Baloo told me that in terms of killing Cecilia, Nia actually does more of a good job than compared to Foxy or Wilhelmina, which are also multi-hitter, but they're 5 stars. So yeah, that's why I put her in tier 2, because she does have her usage. Alicia, why is she there? It's because her damage is insane, and also, you remember like everyone saying that Nartas should have taunt ignore or something because he's weak, something like that. Well, they basically made her Nartas. She hits Maria tiles, which is 1 less than Nartas, but she has taunt ignore, and her damage is very, very high. She can one-shot a lot of things. She can kill a lot of things. The thing is, she's as squishy as Maria, so anything that hits her, a Celia, a tank, an Arcan, anything that hits her pops her. So you have to put her in a very protected spot. That's why I don't like her, because the meta now with mages is they're used for chaining, like Leve and Velfren. They're both tanky mages, which you can use for chaining essentially. So you can't do that with Maria unless it's a middle chain. You can't do her for a starting chain because she'll just die if she's put in a vulnerable spot. So yeah, that's one thing that's bad about her. Okay, tier 3, I don't even remember her name. That's the one that came with Catherine. Like, oh yeah, Catherine has like 3% usage rate, but she's the top 3 mage. That's because everyone just uses Levia, and some people still use Velfren because like me, I don't wanna throw away my Velfren. It's already plus 10. I'm just gonna keep it. Alright, so that thing is the tier 3. It's called Chloe. And the helper is Isabel. So why is it tier 3? It's not because she's bad. Same thing with with comparing units that, like, let's say Gunther. Gunther's not that bad, but he's outclassed by Taylor. It's something like that happened to Chloe and Isabella. So Chloe and Isabella are outclassed by Serendia. Serendia has 97% use rates in Korea because of her silence, and if you don't already notice her skills, her attack buffs are insane. So I can imagine her being used with Ayana, Cry, and Taki. So one of like a combo of those or something. So yeah, basically Isabella is outshined. So it's kind of sad because her design's really nice. Alright, and then for, I think that's most of it. Like, yeah, that's most of it. Anyways, thank you again for the help, Balu, Avasia, and Mikut. I really appreciate it. Couldn't have made this video without them. Avasia helped me find the sources for Korean stuff, and Balu basically did this guide. He told me what all the helpers did, and I just reiterated all the info. Okay, anyways, I don't want this video to be too long, so I'll cut it here. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing, because I try to post as much content, busy as I am. I might not be able to post a while for like the week after because I'm really busy then, but I try to post very consistently, and also these videos do take some time. I made 2 videos today. The other one was the morning one, which had the poll. That took me maybe 3-4 hours, and this one took me maybe 5 hours. So you can just imagine how much time it takes, and I'd really appreciate it if you could drop a sub down there. So yeah, that's it, I guess. Thanks for watching, man.